Another day goes by in this crazy world, and it's another day where this world is going soft. Epic Games is now censoring emotes for people who get butthurt. It's ridiculous in my opinion, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to be taking a look at some people on Twitter, some people who replied to it. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We're not just going to be taking a look at my opinion here. I would love to know what you guys think. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. I want to start off with this tweet from Fortnite. They had this to say the other day. We want emotes to be a source of good vibes, but if you cough, take the L cough, can sometimes feel a bit overly confrontational. Tomorrow's update will introduce a new confrontational emote setting to toggle on visibility on these emotes. Whew. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Now, I will say, before we continue on and taking a look at a bunch of tweets, because I want to take a look at what some people had to say online, some replies to this, some quotes, I ask that you don't take me out of context when I say this, because I know that there has been situations where people would use, for example, the whip emote on, you can guess where I'm going with that. I'm not going to say it just to be safe with YouTube's guidelines here. I don't support that. I don't condone that. I think that's disgusting. Just leave it out there for everything that I talk about. Don't drive what I'm saying to that. Please, I ask that you don't take me out of context in that way. Thank you for understanding. Let's get into the actual replies to this. Anyways, one of the biggest replies to this is, what's the point? Who's getting offended by emotes? And I wanted to include the reply to here because you see this a lot online these days, which is ridiculous. It's called bullying. Like, oh my god, I don't understand. Like, you know those old memes where people kind of from my generation are saying like, oh my god, these kids today would never last in a Call of Duty MW2 lobby. Like, it is entirely true. Some of the most fun times I've ever had in gaming was trash talking back and forth. The best was back in the day in Search and Destroy, because you couldn't talk to your opponents back then, or like until you were, let's say like you had 5 rounds of a game, right? You would talk to them in between the rounds. That was the best part, because you would have to get out every single thing that you had to say to the person in the span of like 30 seconds while you're loading into the next match. It was so fun. I miss it so much, and I don't understand why so many people in general get so butthurt anymore. Now, I get it. If you get your feelings hurt, if something a little bit too rough is said to you and maybe you're not used to hearing it, like if you're talking about voice chat, that I can kind of understand. I still think that you need to grow thicker skin, but to actually sit here and get so upset about emotes, I don't even know what to say. Like, grow up? It's that simple. And you have actual teenagers and adults getting upset by someone doing take the L on them. That is so ridiculous. If you are at a point where you are getting that upset that you need to toggle on this emote and you were over the age of like 10, you really need to reevaluate your life. You really need to reevaluate everything that you stand for, I swear. Like, anyways, let's continue on to another reply. Fortnite leaks Pluto V2. So much people crying about emotes now. This is the worst idea to add to Fortnite. If people can't handle someone doing a toxic emote, then don't play the game. It's that simple. It really is that simple. There's not like rocket science to break down into these tweets here. Let's continue on to another tweet by FranXBZ. I think it's a correct decision. It's optional and users can choose it. There are a lot of bitter people who find happiness in annoying others. These emotes have been used in an abusive way and in violent contexts. In the beginning, the community was not like that. That's incorrect. People were always like that. But the thing that I do understand from the other side of this is, of course, it's optional. Like, is it really worth getting that bent out of shape about something that's optional? It really doesn't affect you at all. But I just can't believe, like, that we've come this far in the world that people get upset about somebody using an emote on them in a video game. It goes back to, like, this is what participation trophies got because people can't handle getting second place. Like, it's ridiculous to me. Anyways, another user had this to say, if you guys think this is bad, you're weird, sorry. There's zero good reason for disliking this. I think the weird thing is getting upset at somebody emoting in Fortnite. Come on, it's a video game. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. As someone who grew up under the teabagging in Halo, what has happened to gaming? That's what I'm understanding. I never, like, what happened to someone killing you, getting teabagged in Halo? Like, this is how okay, doesn't even have to bring it back to Halo, okay? Because it's kind of the same context. If I'm playing with my squad, somebody kills me and starts doing take the L on me, I'm like, oh no, I forgot I'm now a pro streamer and now I have an AI webcam and it gives hand gestures to zoom in, so I can't do the take the L. But anyways, if my squad I'm playing with my squad and somebody kills me, does take the L on me, the first thing I'm doing is, guys, get my reboot card. We're gonna go kill that guy. It makes the game more fun, in my opinion. Like, challenge, like trying to find that guy on the island, hunting him down for doing that. That's a blast. Could you imagine if proximity chat was on here? That would be even more fun. Like, who's taking the L now, huh? Who's taking the L out? And it's like, of course, like, I'm not actually getting mad at this person, but it's competitive. It's fun. Not everybody has to participate in that, of course, and that's where I understand the other side to this, where it's like, okay, if you want to turn it off, you can. How does that affect me? It doesn't affect me. I'm just mad at the world for going completely soft, and I don't know how these people are being raised nowadays. It's crazy to me. Happy Power, this to say, if you get offended over a virtual emote, seek therapy. Nothing to add to that. Completely 100% well said. Now, I want to bring you over to Josiah, but before we do, I do want to pause the video for a second. Guys, if you don't have a creator that you are supporting in the item shop, please consider using code Clen in the item shop. Guys, as you may know, I just had a baby. My wife's been at home. My goal throughout this entire year that my wife is home is to make enough money through my YouTube channels that she doesn't have to go to work. I want to work online. I want to work in real life. I want her and my daughter to live happily ever after. So if you guys don't have a supporter creator that you are using in the item shop, please consider using my code Clen in the item shop. It would go a long way. That's what it's going towards. Thank you very much. Sorry for putting a pause on the video. I know that can be annoying. Let's get back into what Jojo had to say. If I were Fortnite, I'd stop all community communication. Some of y'all are using literally any change to, about whatever you want. People were using some of these emotes to be, and it's an option to turn them off. An option. What are we doing, man? Now, like I said earlier, I don't condone that. If you're coming from that angle, I completely agree. Let's get rid of it. But in reality, people weren't using it for that. People are just soft and can't take somebody doing take the L on them. That is the entire reason for this. But I get it. If you want to come from that sense, then yeah, I'm with you, okay? But what Jojo had to say is I would stop all community communication. I've always been of the opinion that this community deserves zero communication from Epic Games. I don't think this is something to really complain about. I know it's a little bit ironic in me making a video yelling about this entire situation, but in reality, it doesn't really affect me that much. I sit back and I see these things and I'm like, where is this world gone, man? It's crazy to me, but we stray a little bit further away from sanity every single day in this world. Guys, listen, okay? This is the gist of it, and I know we've talked about it. If you get offended by somebody using an emote in a video game, you need to grow up. I can understand someone who's like 8 years old throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum about it. But if you actually have a little bit part of your day ruined, you need to reevaluate everything about your life, because there's probably a lot more going on with you than just getting upset at an emote. It's crazy. It doesn't make sense. You need to grow up. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Check this video out on screen right now. We talk about Donald Mustard, the metaverse. We get into all of it. People being upset about that. Take care, guys. I lied. I was 8 seconds off of 8 minutes. So here I am doing a little bit more of an outro. Thank you very, very much for watching the video, everybody. I will see you in the next one. Take care.